Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm G&G and in this episode of the Highland Fling we are kicking off Season 10 at Wick Academy, our first in the championship here in Scotland, and we start at home to Peterhead, the team that 2 seasons ago destroyed us in the promotion playoff. Can we get a bit of revenge and start our season perfectly? So it has been a busy summer. If we look at the media prediction at the start of it, it was to finish bottom in 10th position. That is probably fair enough. Just a quick look, new kits for the championship season there, home and away. They will be on show in the first game. I think the home kit will be on show in the first game. But yeah, media prediction of 10th, and then after our extensive work during the summer, we have a season preview of 10th. We are 300 to 1 to win the title. Dunfermline, who got promoted through the playoffs, it was St Mirren who got relegated. Dunfermline up into this division. They are 200 to 1. So it's between us two for that final, for that promotion relegation playoff spot. Falkirk and our opponents Peterhead are just ahead of us, but the odds are a lot slimmer. So yeah, us two are seen as the two teams that are going to battle it for 9th position. We are 100 more backed to be relegated automatically, but hopefully we can outdo those predictions. We have done it in previous seasons when we predicted to finish worse than where we did, so hopefully we can do it again. Looking, Ayr United are the favourites. Inverness, Kilmarnock, St Johnstone. This is a packed division full of teams, big clubs in Scotland. So yeah, it's going to be tough for us. If we can finish in 8th, it will be a wonderful season for us. Transfer wise, we have been busy. If we look at our transfer history, you can see 2 players came in after the season changed over, but a number of players. We look here from Bernard Root actually did sign as well, but from here on down you can see all these are new players into the club before the season changed over. 9 players coming in there and 2 more, so we've signed 11 players for this season. Players who left include Captain Jack. He left, he was released, he wanted to leave, wouldn't sign a new contract. We look here, Finn Egrepont is gone, Jack McConnell is gone, has no new club at the moment. Ethan Cairns is gone, Kyle Scott, Dylan Charlton didn't really play, Aidan Campbell is gone, Ryan Skelly left despite playing in the last 2 games of the season and playing really well. He wouldn't sign a new contract. Joe Richards, Max Ross, Lucas Smith, all players who made appearances last season are gone from our squad. And we look at our squad here, it looks a strong squad on paper. I think we have done okay in the summer without really breaking the bank. If we look at our squad, it is a total now of 22 players. I'm keeping it smaller this season just to try and keep everyone happy and give them game time. We did look back at that transfer history for a second. You will know us if we go to all transfers. If we go here, there's 53k spent. We did spend 53,000 in the summer, and it's the first summer we have spent any money other than on wages. So yeah, we have broke the bank as such for this season. We did bought in 2 players for money, and we'll get to them in a moment who they are. But yeah, let's have a look at the finances. We have come right up to our wage budget. It's increased to 12,000 this season with us going professional. We are spending 12,333. There's still a little bit in the transfer budget to move into wage when we want to renew contracts. There's 300,000 in the bank. We are making a bit of a loss over the off season, where you expect that anyway. And yeah, what do the board want for this season? Well, they want us to avoid relegation from the championship. That's what we'll be trying to do, and then be competitive in the cups. The supporters are much the same. They just want us to avoid relegation. Hopefully we can manage to do that. It's going to be a long season. I think we're going to be taking plenty of hammerings throughout the season. But yeah, let's hope we can come through the season pretty well. As for pre-season, we won a friendly, lost to St Mirren, who got relegated 5-2, beat Kelty Hearts in the League Cup, then lost to St Johnstone with a late goal for them. That's St Johnstone, who are in our division. Dundee then also beat us late on, getting 2 goals. Jim Kenny pulled one back, and then we beat Greenock Morton 3-1. So we ended up in League D in 3rd position behind St Johnstone and Dundee, which is probably where we're expected to be in that group. But yeah, pre-season pretty decent enough. Now we take on Peterhead and we get to know the players we have signed. So here is our starting 11 for the season. As I said, Ruben Brammer left to go to Queen's Park. That transfer was agreed. Jack McConnell left. He didn't want to sign new contracts. We've had to bring in 2 keepers, and the starting keeper is Wallace Bird here. He is a pretty decent goalkeeper for us, our level. He's not outstanding by any means, but I think he's decent enough to come up to our level. Can we compare him with Ruben Brammer? No, I don't think we can. Compare with Jack McConnell just for you see. Yeah, you can see he's much better. Yeah, he's much better in a lot of areas than Jack McConnell. Some areas, distribution, he's not as good. Aerial, he's close to it. and a little less eccentric than Jack McConnell. But I think he's a decent keeper. We actually were in a battle with Rangers to sign Wallace. If you look at his attributes, good determination. I think good aerial reach for him. He's 6'2". Hopefully he'll be a pretty decent goalkeeper for us. 1-on-1s is 12, Highland 12. I think he could do a good job for us this season. The other goalkeeper is on the bench is Maxwell Moses. Slightly worried that we couldn't find a picture of him, but he's backup keeper for now. Released by West Brom. He made 3 appearances for West Brom in his career, 2 in the Championship, and 1 in the Championship one season and 2 in another. He was now with us here at Wick Academy as our backup goalkeeper. Just look at his attributes. He's a little bit not as good as Wallace, but I think he's a decent backup if we need him throughout the season. So, new right back for us. Joe Richards left. Billy Aiken is dropping to the bench. And in comes Robert Clark, released by East Kilbride. Decent enough, I think, for right back. His crossing of 9 is a little bit down on where I'd like it to be. Marking 12, tackling 12 is decent. Anticipation at 13. Concentration is okay. Positioning is okay. 5'9" is a bit of a worry with a jump reach of 6. Could be caught out with a few crosses to the far post. But Robbie Clark comes in, and if we compare him to Billy Aiken, who he's taking over from, he's slightly better all round, probably a better player. And those two will be swapping in and out when needed at right back. We continue with Kingdon and Ledingham as a centre back partnership. We do have 2 new centre backs in at the club. First up, Chris Robson is on loan from Arbroath. He is a pretty decent centre back. Nothing spectacular again, but good aggression, good teamwork, good positioning. I think he could be a pretty decent player when he needs to come in. If we compare him to Kingdon, who has been our leading centre back over the last few seasons, he's probably better than Kingdon, to be fair. And he probably should be starting ahead of Kingdon, but Kingdon has enough credit in the bank to make it into the starting 11. So it will be Kingdon and Ledingham to start off the season at centre back. New left back for us. So Finn Eckerpont left. So we brought in Chris Taylor. He's been paid 1.2k a week. Huge wage increases for us from where we started out in the Highland League. He is, I think, pretty decent. He will improve a little, I think, at 24, but not massively. Started at Marstrom in England, released by Southend after 61 appearances. We pick him up, and if we can compare him to Bernard Root, who we did sign after his loan spell, he's just an upgrade at left back from Bernard Root, who is a good backup for us. If we go to Bernard Root in a moment, can we go to his profile? No, we go to Bernard Root in a second. We did pay money for Bernard Root to sign for us. If we look here, we paid, I think it was 3,000, was it? No, 50,000 we paid for Bernard Root, but it was, I think, 25,000 up front and then 25,000 in instalments over the next couple of seasons. So, we broke the bank a little bit to bring in Root. Celtic B, former Celtic and Celtic B player, was at Peterhead, who are our first opponents. Had a really good season last season at left back, and that's mainly why I bought him. I think he can step up a little, and he's going to be mostly a backup, so we're not too worried about that. In midfield, Luke Glacken, the hat-trick hero on the last day of the season, continues for us. Had a fantastic end to the season with that form. Hopefully he can continue. Kieran Corn will stay at centre mid for us, and alongside him is a new signing on loan from Luton Town. It is Gabriel Paul, the Nigerian midfielder at 19. Really decent player. He is a real step up in midfield from Aidan Campbell and Adam McMillan, who's still here. I think he could be a really good player for us. He's going to be playing as advanced player maker, but we've agreed in the loan to play him as a deep line playmaker. So there may be times when we have to switch him into that position just to keep his loan spell happy and make sure he stays here for the season. But look at those attributes. Really, really good player. And we do compare him to Adam McMillan, whose place he is taking. We'll see. It is an all-round improvement there for us in midfield with Gabriel Paul, and hopefully he has a really good season. On the wing, I'm going to go with Mark Turner to start the season. I'm going to give him the chance to start ahead of Jim Kennedy. Jim Kennedy's form towards the end of last season really dipped, and that is the reason why I want to give Mark Turner a chance. He is wanted by a number of clubs on loan, Elgin City and Stirling Albion, but he's not going to be loaned out this season. He's going to be our starting left winger for the first half of the season. Anyway, we compare him to Jim Kennedy. I think he's just developing a little more than Jim. You can see all round, physically and speed, he's better defending too, which could be important, mentally better. Just some areas that Kennedy beats him in attacking, but Mark Turner may improve with game time in those areas. Up front, we did manage to get Greg Monaghan to sign a new contract, 1.1k a week. He is here for another 2 years. Top scorer in League 1 last season. Hopefully he continue. He is now the club captain with Jack McConnell leaving, so Greg Monaghan takes over that role. And up front, a new striker with him. It is Ethan Duncan, who signs, released by Hamilton. We picked him up. If we look at his history with Hamilton, he actually has goals in the Championship. 3 last season. He had 10 in League 2 the season before. But he has scored in the Championship for Hamilton, which is good. He'll take over from Alan Hodgkiss, who's on the bench. But if we just look at him, he'll switch to a pressing forward from the deep lying forward role he played last season with Alan Hodgkiss. If we compare the two, Hodgkiss and Duncan here, you can see Duncan better in a lot of areas, better mentally, better, more physical up front. It's pretty close all around though, so it'll be when Hodgkiss comes in, it will be a good switch up. We may have to switch the roles when he comes in. But yeah, I think Duncan and Monaghan could be a really good partnership up there, up front. Who else is on the bench that I have not mentioned? Luke Wilson is a player who's come in for us. He is a backup striker, but also can cover in midfield, so that would be useful. But really, he'd be the backup striker. Finishing of 15, composure of 12, off the ball of 14, really impressed me. Acceleration of 15 too. 6 foot with a jumper reach of 10 could be useful at times. Queen of the South released him, and we picked him up on a free. He did score in the League 1 last season, 1 goal. He scored 22 in League 2 a couple of seasons ago. Hasn't scored in the Championship despite making appearances there, so hopefully he can break that duck with us. Two players who are not in the squad that we did sign is Byron Nee, who is a backup centre-back. He comes in from Grimsby Town. Decent enough backup for us. He may develop a little bit more, but I think he's a decent backup if we need him. And then a right back, we did spend a little bit of money on Timmy Fontana. We signed him from Livingston. We paid 3,000 I think for him, wasn't it? Yeah, 3.3. He's a backup right back, but can cover the whole of that right side, which is going to be important for us because we really only have Luke Glacken and Rory Shaw. So if either of them get injured, Fontana can cover that side. He can cover the right back position as well, and that's what we need, is a little bit of versatility in the squad and keep the numbers down a bit and keep everyone happy, because this season is going to be tough. We're going to lose plenty of games. Players may grow unhappy, and hopefully we can just turn it around when that happens. So that is our first starting 11. Let's go take on Peterhead with the first ever game at Harmsworth Park in the Championship. So here we go at Harmsworth Park, the first ever Championship game played at this ground. The stands are packed as people come to see us make our debut in this division. Peterhead, of course, hammered us in that playoff. Can we compete with them more now after building a team for the Championship? I didn't think we'd be in the Championship when we were struggling in those Highland League playoffs to get out of the Highland League, but here we are, one step away from the Premiership, but it's a long, long way, as we're going to have to battle against relegation this season. Our Championship campaign is underway. First highlight here, it's Gabriel Paul with a free kick, and the wall deflects it. Almost an attempt from the Nigerian on goal, but the wall blocks it. So we'd have a corner kick here, and what can we do in this game? It'll be Duncan to take it, and we have plenty of big men up. Here it comes, Monaghan's at that near post. Taylor! Oh, Chris Taylor heads it over. Nearly a debut goal for the left back. 20 minutes gone, corner kick here for Peterhead. Dunbar to take it for them. Are we going to get this set piece clear? Comes in towards the far post. Oh, Alexander Walker puts Peterhead 1-0 up, and we can't afford this season to be giving away goals at set pieces that easily. Oh, that's really, really poor defending. It was a cross to the far post, and he's left all on his own right in front of goal Walker, and he heads it past Baird in goals. It's 1-0 Peterhead. Edwards with a throw in for Peterhead, who have come into this game a lot more since early on, and that goal has really boosted their chances. Here's Dunbar with a ball over the top. Keogh is through here. It's Keogh. He's going to cut it back to the edge of the box. They take the shot. It's fired well over, but they are looking threatening. Free kick for Peterhead, inner side our half. 2 minutes of the half remain. It's Harrison for them into midfield. Can we get people around? Not yet. Edwards in a lot of space here. Edwards, space on the edge of the box. He's going to run into the box now. Can he get it across? Glacken makes the tackle. No penalty given. Thankfully, Glacken wins it, and he just holds on to possession for now. Plays it out to Kieran Corn. Corn boots it long towards Duncan here, who holds it up for now. Duncan gets torn, plays it to Greg Monaghan, our new club captain. Back to Kingdon, ball over the top for Duncan. He can't win that in the air, and Peterhead have it back here now with Dunbar. He'll bring it forward. Clark gets in with a tackle, boots it clear. Duncan wins the header down to Paul. Oh, he couldn't hold on to possession there. Now it's with Craig for them. He played forward to Dunbar. Dunbar's going to take on Robert Clark. Cross into the box. Keogh wins the header, hits the post, and Clark picks it up, boots it clear, and we're lucky not to be 2-0 down right on a half time, but we're going to get to half time 1-0 down. It has been a better performance from Peterhead probably towards the end of that half. They've dominated the ball a bit more, they've created more chances. Can we improve in the second half? Taylor picking the ball up here 5 minutes into the second half. Here's Robert Clark. Can we get forward and create something? Kieran Corn back to Clark. Glacken, oh, he's a bit slow to react there. Now Edwards has it down this side. Edwards cross into the far post. Can we head it clear? No, it's Myers straight at Baird in goals. He makes the save. Duncan on the ball here, plays it back to Lettingham. We're just past the hour mark. Here's Paul. He has dropped back to play as the deep lying playmaker. Well, that's a really poor pass. He needs to be better than that. And now Welsh has it for Peterhead. We get back to just forcing for the moment. Craig to Dunbar. Is this 2? It is, but the offside flag has gone up, and we get away with poor defending again there. We need to be much tighter than that. Greg Monaghan losing possession there, so Walker wins it back for Peterhead. Craig to Welch for them. They bring it forward. Taylor gets a tackle in. It's to Keogh now. He plays it to Dunbar. Shot from distance. Well off target. 27 minutes to go. Throw in right in the corner here. Clark to take it. Just over 15 minutes to go. Rory Shaw tries to pick out McMillan. It's a poor pass. Now our passing has been really poor today. Maybe just that connection not there yet with the new players. But here's Rory Shaw to Wilson, who's just come on. Luke Wilson. Monaghan tried to play it through to Shaw, and it's with Peterhead. Marlowe. Oh, it's a poor pass. Monaghan almost pounced on it. It'll get there, will he? No, it'll go out for a throw in. And we nearly pounced on a mistake. Free kick for Peterhead. 8 minutes to go. Myers will take it across to the far post. Edwards is there. Oh, Beard has to make a really good save there. And that is a very important save to keep it at 1-0 and just keep us in with a chance. But we will have to defend this corner kick. We had issues with it in the first half. Dunbar will take it. He will first of all, of course, take a little bit of time off the clock. Whips it in towards that far post again. Lettingham wins the header. Gets it clear. Clark will chase after it. But it's won by Peterhead. 5 minutes to go. We are in injury time. 2.5 minutes of 5 played as Peterhead take a free kick long. It's won in the air by Wilson, but it falls down to Peterhead. They'll look to see this game out now. It looks like defeat for us on opening day. It's going to be a chance here for Myers. Myers cross it back. They've got space in the edge of the box. Welch with the shot from distance. It's off target. And will we have a late chance here? 2 minutes to go to put some pressure on. We're trying to push forward. We're over the time here, so it looks like an opening day defeat. Not a terrible performance, but not a brilliant performance either from us. We conceded from a set piece. We didn't create enough. There we go. Defeat on the opening day. Our championship campaign starts with a loss. So there we have it. We start opening day with a defeat 1-0. Not a terrible performance by any means, but just showing maybe we need some time to step up to this level. We definitely need better set piece defending. We need to be more threatening at the other end. We only had 3 shots in that whole game, none on target. We need to be much better than that. Just to say about tactic, I am sticking with this 4-4-2 formation that we played all throughout this save. I did think in the summer really about changing it, making us more maybe defensive, but I really felt this is the way we've played throughout this save. It feels like it's now the Wick Academy way with the 2 wingers, the 2 midfielders, the 2 up front. Yeah, this is what we're going to continue for a while in the season. Of course, if things are going really wrong, I will change it. I'm not like Ange at Spurs. I will change my tactics if needed. But yeah, we're going with this. This is the Wick Academy tactic for now. It's our way of playing, and we're going to try and do it in the championship, and hopefully we can survive playing this way. In the next episode, we're going to come back for 2 really tough games. We're going to take on St Johnstone and Falkirk. St Johnstone at home, Falkirk away. 2 of the teams I'm pretty sure that are in the tipping for the title. If we look here, yeah. So St Johnstone are 5th with 3-1 to win the title. Inverness are 3rd at 6-4. So yeah, that's really 2 tough games. Between them, we play Inverness away and we play Rate Rovers. If we can get 3 points out of those 2 games, I'd be pretty happy. We just need to chip away at getting points on the board. Let's have a look actually. Last season, what was the points needed to stay up just quickly? So last season it was 40 points, but Falkirk stayed out of the relegation playoff altogether. The season before it was 38, and the season before that it was 41. So between 38 and 41 points should see us save. It's a long way to get to that, but hopefully we can manage it. Starting off in the next episode with those 2 big challenges. If you did enjoy this episode, please drop a like on the video. Always good to see my likes and the people enjoying them. Don't forget to leave any feedback in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow and helps you catch every episode of the Highland Fling. And until the next one, please take it easy.